Hello everybody, this is Carol from Friendly Quail and it's Tuesday, so we're going to try something new. This is what I'm going to do today. It's tabs, so these go on a page. Let me show you. It's like this, and then you put it on the page and you've got, and you've got a dangle. So I'm making various sizes. There's another one, goes like this. And this is an idea from Angie Garcia Art, and I will link her video below that I watched to do this. So I'm going to just kind of go through the steps of how you do this. Now, first of all, I'm using paper clips and safety pins, and some of these are, this is rusted. I got something in there. This is rusted, but some of them I used this. It's Ranger Patina. Antique copper is what I used on this one. And you just put some in a little baggie and drop some in and smoosh it all around, and you will get colored paper clips. And because rust will rub off unless you seal it, so you know sometimes it's nice to do it this way. So this is what you do. I ripped some fabric that is coffee dyed, but I measured, like, this is, if I measure the bottom of the paper clip right here, this is 1.5. So measure 1.5. I think I'm going to just make it slightly bigger. And I rip those. And then you want at least 2 inches. For the bigger ones, I maybe want a little bit more than 2 inches. For the little ones, I do about 2 inches. So then I rip that. So now I've got things like this. Okay. And then get some of those threads off. I slide it in, and on the paper clips, I put it on this long side right here that's not broken apart. So you slide that in, and that's your next step. So now I've got that on there. So let's see, this one, again, it's a paper clip, so I'm going to go for the long side right here. And slide that in. Like that. And the safety pins, I want it on the side that doesn't open up. So I want it on this side. with a safety pin, you can just put that on like that. And then you know you've got it on the right side. That way I can hang something on here if I want. Okay, so once you get that, I gotta watch, I'm gonna go back up a little bit. I was trying to show it up close and I keep forgetting I only have a little space to go. Okay, now the next step is that you're going to sew next to these to hold them in place. And I used a zipper foot on my sewing machine because that way I can get right alongside the paper clip or whatever. And I just did them in a row, so these were still together. Like I sew and then put a new one in and sew it, and put another one in and sew it. And they're together like this. And then you just clip them apart when you're done. Now I have, you could glue this if you don't have a sewing machine, or if you don't have a zipper foot. Zipper foot, most sewing things come with a zipper foot. And what it is, or you could do the one where you move your, if you have, you can move your needle to one side or something, but a zipper foot will only have it'll only hold it on one side. And you can sew right alongside something. So get out your book. That's what I had to do. I hadn't used it for a long time. I'm like, okay, now with this machine, which is my zipper foot? Okay, so then you've got all these, and now you're ready to start decorating them. And what you're basically doing is mini snippets. Maybe I can go down a little bit again. I'll try to stay in. Okay. So, usually when you put a tab, and you're going to be putting it, it's going to be on a page like this, and you're going to want the decoration on this side. So when I glue this, I don't want it to glue the pieces together. So I open this up like this. And I'm going to glue on this side. Now, I've got snippets of fabric, lace. I've got buttons. Let me just show you over here. Got little piles of stuff over here. And I've got little tiny pieces of ephemera. And so that's what I'm going to be using. Okay, so this is a piece of fabric. I'm going to start with that. Okay. I'm just going to put some glue on there. And I don't want to put it totally straight, so I'll put it at an angle like that. I'm going to put a little black lace on here. Like that. And I'm going to put that at a different angle. Basically what you're doing is making mini snippets. Now, it's good to have something for texture. And, oh, it's stuck on my finger. I use a lot of these threads that I cut off. But I also have yarns. Like this is a yarn. And this will give it a little texture and a little different color. So I'm just going to put some glue down on here and see if I can't get that glued on here. I will be putting something over here, so I will have more glue on it, and I think I want a little more texture, so I'm going to put this on. This is a piece of yarn, and this has long things that go out, so it gives lots of texture. And then this is just a little snippet. I think it's Tracy Fox mini or little things or something like that. I'll have to look, but I'm going to put that on top of here. Now all of that glue on there will kind of hold everything together. And then you let it dry. And see how some of the glue went through onto here? That's why you have to let it dry open like this. But then that will go on paper like this, and you've got a dangle. These are so much fun. I've used paper clips and safety pins and things before, but not quite like this. So this is something new. All right, I'm going to try another one. I'm going to make a blue one. So you can use any fabric, and you could use any fabric for this bottom part as well. But if you want, you know, make it the color that you want for your book. I'm going to put a little bit of lace on there. Okay. And just a little bit of this yarn for texture and fuzzies. Okay, I have another piece of fabric. This was actually part of the selvage, so it has some white on it. Put that on there. It'll be easier than putting it on. Let's see, what do we want to do? Which way? Okay, and then on this one I'm just going to put a little button. I got glue sticking me on. There! You could put thread in there if you want. So now we got another little one. And again, side of page. I don't want to glue it to the page, but I want to show you what that would look like on there. So when you're ready to put them on, you glue the tab onto the page, both sides, and then you can add dangles on them. So let's try, I'll try another one. Now this is a safety pin, and I like to have this in case I want to dangle off the bottom of the hole down here, or I can put something right on there. And yeah, I'm going to use threads on this one. Now it's easier. I have to open it up. It's easier to use the threads if you have something below it and above it. So I'm going to take this and add a little piece of lace. Okay, and then you take your threads, and I just sort of bunch them up. Kind of bunch them up like this. Now I'm going to put some glue on the tab. And then put my little bunch down. And I'm going to add a piece of fabric on top of that. Now that'll hold that down. And if I have any that are really long threads hanging off, I just clip them. Clip them off. Oh, I put this on the one I didn't have sewed. Okay, well, oops. Then I'll show you how you can glue it if you don't sew it. Put a little bit of glue right in here. Ah! Need to get that off of there. Just put a little glue in this. Kind of bend right there. And then let it dry. Okay. Well, I have to put my last thing on here yet. I've got this little thing. And there we have another one. Okay, now, I think you've seen enough of that. Let's go back and look at adding a dangle. There's lots of ways you can add dangles. You can use these bulb pins. If I use a bulb pin on this, I actually go all the way up to here and pin it on so that it doesn't hang down too far. You can use wire and twist some little things on. That's what I did with this. I put some wire through a dangle and then I twisted it, put it around here and curled it up. So let's see, what do I want to put on here? Oh, I have a bulb pin. I use some shank buttons. You can't use those very easily for in your journal, but you can use them for dangles. So I just put the shank buttons on the bulb pin, and now I'm going to, this one I think I'll put on the bottom. I'm just going to put it on there, and now I've got a dangle outside the book. Maybe, what do I want to put on here? Well, I'll show you some wire. I'll use some of this. I'm just going to cut a little piece, and I do have my, I do have jewelry things. I can cut this with a scissors too, but I do have it, so, and I like to use this round nose pliers for curling. So I'm going to put something on here, and let's see. This is like a little bead, and I think I'll put this key. Okay, so you get it on there, and you just twist the wire. This is 24 gauge, so it's not super, it's easy to twist, put it that way. It's not super strong. And I'm going to slide that on the paper clip and twist it so that I'll get it so it dangles down a little bit, like that. And then if you are using wire, you want to do something with the ends, you can curl it just by putting your round nose pliers in it. And you could probably curl it around something else. This curls so easy. So I just kind of made like a little loop. And let's do the other one. I'm making like a little coil or a little spring. And there you go. Now you've got a dangle on with a little piece of wire. So that's it. Easy to do. Fun. This one was done with wire. This one with wire. This one I used a ball pin and I put on a little bell, a little brass thing, and a button. And this one I just put a little tiny brass, I decorated myself, brass leaf right on the pin itself. So that kind of dangles off. So just play, have fun. You're making mini snippets on tabs. And there you go. I'm just going to play. I'm going to do a few more while I'm sitting here. And I'll see you in the next video. Do something today that you love to do. And I'll see you soon. Bye.